And here we go again today, indeed. Welcome to the program today. I want to go ahead and just do a couple of housekeeping things real quick before I record today. First of all, if you don't know me or if the first time you've been to my podcast, I am Lisa Schaefer, the founder of Christian Drama Queen Solutions. And you can find out more about me by simply shooting me an email at lisa@christiandramaqueen.com, or you can go to freedom.christiandramaqueen.com and get some free resources, and you'll find out some more about me there as well. So looking forward to visiting with you and sharing with you and talking some more about, who knows what we'll visit about. So many wonderful things. So I've titled today's podcast, A Victim of Man-Made Holidays, and Mother's Day is the Worst. For those of you that have followed me perhaps just a little bit in the past, you know that I dealt with many, many years of infertility. And one of the worst days of the year, every year, when I was without children and struggling to have children, the worst day of the year is Mother's Day. It was the pits. And then there were the then there were the other days when not only would we honor mothers, but we would especially honor women who were announcing for the first time, or maybe announcing for the second, third, or fourth time. Didn't really matter. It was still difficult, not because it was their fault, but these were women that were announcing they were pregnant. And the first time I would hear about it would be on a Sunday morning in church with everybody else in the congregation, but all eyes would be on me to see what my reaction would be to the blessed news that someone else was expecting. Yeah, talk about pressure. Talk about pressure. It's putting that face on. Got to put the happy, Jesus filled, joy filled face on when your heart feels like it's about to be pulled right out of your chest. But here's what I want to talk about today, because we've just recently had a Mother's Day. Man-made holidays really irritate me. I mean, they just really the only holidays are holy days. They're really and genuine. The only holidays are holy days. And Mother's Day is one of those days where I feel like many mothers compare their lives, compare their experiences, compare their children to the lives and experiences and children of other people. We have a tendency to look at the way other children treat their mother on Mother's Day, and then we're very disappointed about the way we have been treated on Mother's Day. And comparison is the death of contentment. I've been saying that for years because somebody else said it to me, and man, it was eye-opening, because I realized I spent a lot of my life trying to look like other moms, trying to be like other homeschool moms, trying to be like other Christian moms, trying to be like other women in general, trying to be that super self-employed entrepreneur that was making millions. I mean, there were just all kinds of things that I felt like hoops I needed to jump through because I was comparing my life to the lives of other people. Now, I am I'm on the heels of an event with my own mother where I feel like I really let her down, and that breaks my heart. And for discarded daughters like me, anytime we don't feel like we've lived up to someone's expectations, or we don't feel like we've impressed someone, or our the love that we receive from them might be in jeopardy because of our behavior or our choices or some words that we said, it can take days, if not weeks and months, to recover, because we constantly are beating ourselves up for not performing adequately. And in this particular situation, I did not perform adequately. I mean, I'll just be honest with you. I didn't do something I should have done, or I didn't act in a way that I probably should have acted. I don't want to say it was not through any fault of my own. What I do want to say is it was probably a pretty um, unavoidable misunderstanding or an unavoidable exchange. It wasn't something I probably could have prevented or changed or done differently, but it doesn't really matter, because to the people that you hurt, the hurt is there. It doesn't really matter why the hurt is there. Does that make sense? Do you understand what I'm saying? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? We don't want to camp in a place where we're constantly feeling guilty, but because that's what the enemy uses to keep us ineffective. But we do need to be very honest about our own choices, our own behavior, and the things that have happened that we can bear responsibility for and try to attempt to make correct. We can try to make things right. We can have some restoration, some redemption in a relationship. But on Mother's Day, what I see happening many times is I see all of these lovely, listen, Facebook is like the front porch of a hoarder's home. It might look fantastic on the outside, but you don't know what's going on the inside. And Mother's Day on Facebook is just a whole lot of beautiful front porches where people are celebrating, and they've got kids posting pictures. You've got kids posting pictures of their moms, and moms and kids posting together. I had one family in particular whose mother was buried just a couple of days before Mother's Day. And that family really struggled when Mother's Day came. And man-made holidays do this. They apply pressure that I honestly believe the Lord does not intend to have applied. Your relationship with your children is not going to look like the relationships of other people. You have your own life and your own experiences and your own events, your own breakdowns in your relationships. Those are yours. That is the path you are on, that God has placed you on. Now, in all situations, the intent of the Holy Father is that you learn to rely upon Him. That when days don't look good, when days don't look perfect, when there is struggle, the goal is to create a better dependence upon the Lord. It just is. Look throughout your life at times when you were leaning on Him and times you were not. What was your relationship like with Him when you could say His sovereignty got you through? You knew He had things in His hands and was in control of those things, and therefore you could make it through. Okay? But when we look at our lives and compare our experiences with other people's, then we completely eliminate the great things that God wants to do in our own. I'll be honest with you. I don't know how the Lord can forgive us sometimes. I struggle to forgive other people. I've written about it. I've prayed about it. I've spoken on it. I podcast about it. It's difficult to forgive bad choices that people have perpetrated against me, or harder than that, when things have been perpetrated against my kids. But there's a reason for those things to happen, because God does not waste our experiences, even when they're sinful. He doesn't waste it. He uses it to show us more about the grace and mercy of Christ. He uses those bad days, those hard Mother's Days, those bad events to make us more reliant upon His goodness, upon what He's trying to do in our lives. I'll tell you, and my kids will admit this, we had a lot of years of struggle. All three of my children are adopted. I was abandoned as a child. We've all got baggage. We've all got it. My own husband experienced some tremendous loss as a child. And so he's got baggage as well. We've all got it. We've all got baggage. And we struggled. Our relationships were different than the relationships of other people, it seemed. And it's real easy to take a look at your life and compare it to the lives that appear to be fantastic over there on their side of Facebook. Their front porch makes it look like the house is fantastic. But the truth of the matter is, your journey is your own. It's the journey God's called you to be on. Now, if there are some things that you need to fix, maybe there are some behaviors that you need to change, that's probably true. But don't compare your life to the lives of other people, your family to the families of other people, because man-made holidays, I believe, are set up to make us all look like failures if we don't spend enough money on cards, flowers, and dinner. You're not a good enough child to your parent if you don't text them, call them, send them videos, include them on a Facebook post, do all these things. It's a bunch of hoops that society might call you to jump through, but they ain't set up by God. They ain't the hoops the Lord set up for you to jump through. And it seems to me like it's just an opportunity for people to feel guilty for not being a good enough child, which I do feel, and disappointed for not getting enough from a good enough child, which I also feel. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So these man-made holidays, you gotta put them into perspective and tell your kids that you don't want society guilting them into spending money and doing things they can't afford to do and to proving they love you on a level that God does not intend for them to attain. That's there's it's a man-made holiday, y'all. Father's Day's coming, it's gonna be the same exact thing. Disappointed dads and guilty kids, and it's wrong. It's just wrong. The enemy has set us up for failure, and it's why it it's why our relationship with one another needs to be authentic and honest and giving as generously as we can in love, not out of guilt. Because listen, does the Lord work that way? Here, just perform better and you'll make it into heaven. No, he does not. There's no performance you could possibly attain. There's no performance you could do that would allow you to be holy enough to be in the presence of a sinless, holy God. That's why Christ had to come and die for us, because it was a price we could not possibly pay. So I think that it's just real important, gang, to keep a hold of the truth about what these holidays are all about. Stop comparing your life, your kids, your family to the lives of others, because you know those are not your hoops to jump through. Somebody else has applied those hoops to you, and give your- definitely give yourself some grace.